into the portal here to witness greatness between Idns from Laos as well as Karra from Malaysia. So those of you who are watching, don't forget to show your support. Spam the comments with who you are supporting. Are you team Idns or are you team Karra?
Yeah. Owls, just like what we've mentioned before, is a very late game hero. Especially, he really needs the Owls itself needs level 12 to be more painful instead of the let of down. So waiting for 12 minutes while Cloud is also having that moment to have that farm, they're gonna like having hard time to do that, but the movement coming from Team Karra here pushing into the early game. Bunilova is also coming already into the purple buff of Team Idns Princess, but Ayok here trying to disturb Earth Shatter is being popped out, but there's no one inside of the hand of Idns.
This is what confuses me. From the composition from the first two picks, they had the Matilda and they had the Lilia. So I was expecting they just want to dominate it from the early game. But because of this Aulus pick, they are getting punished really heavily into their own jungle. And it's going to be very difficult for Aulus to be able to keep up with the pace from the jungler of Karra, knowing that this Kagura as well as Arya Grande on the Cho is literally just punishing the rotation from Idns Princess.
Yeah. And for just like what you've mentioned, I also get a little bit confused. Maybe they want to win a little bit on the early game, but they also want to win it over the late game. But I think like they can choose more wise, like early base and also late game hero, like can do both into early into the late game instead of taking more into the both of the core. I mean like it's both of the core. It's not only one core. But Cloud plus Aulus, they need a space to farm, and it's not too wide inside of the let of that, especially if Team Karra is forcing them to not farm a lot inside of the jungle.
Exactly. IDNS is going to be very behind in the early game. And as you can see, even from the rotations and the positionings coming in from Karra, they are centering themselves to take this next objective in that turtle. And it will be taken very, very easily because the damage output, even coming in from IDNS Princess, is not quite evident just yet. Melon is trying her best to open up vision and trying to put pressure onto Arya Grande as well as Yan. But there is no follow-up as of just yet. And they are still able to escape for now.
Yep. And now in the bottom lane, I think like the Esmeralda is still able to dance well along with that Edith, even though that it's gonna be very hard for Edith because the absorb damage, Stardust Dance, and also coming up Falling Stubborn with the Esmeralda itself. But the top lane, Chicken Joy, she really needs to control her movement. But there is a backup coming. Arya Grande is pretty late coming, but Shunpo is already being opened along with the Wheel of Dragon. It's taking first blood for Team Karra.
Oh no, 1 point achieved from the side of Team Karra, and they are also ahead in 1,000 gold. So in the third minute, already some dominant displays coming in from Karra, but here we are already aggressive plays onto Ramela, being able to inhibit the movements from the jungler. And we can also see that Karra is putting a lot of emphasis as well into the mid side, being able to clear it much faster than IDNS Princess.
And now 3 minutes and it's only like 1 kill. They're playing a very, very calm movement, but in the top lane we're seeing some hero is already coming to the top lane along with the Way of Dragon being open, but look at that one, Phantom Execution along with one hit from Cho, able to get their second kill in this 4 minutes. And maybe Team Karra want to punish it more towards Team Idns Princess. The artifact memory is already being popped, but there is no other punishment happen inside of the ladder. But even Arya Grande is the main target from Sakura and need to get back as soon as possible because we see that the movement coming from, oh my god, Melon is able to be shut down and outplayed by Brody.
Again, a 0-for-1 trade here in the hands of Karra. Even though that Arya Grande got really low, that was sliver of health, was still able to escape. So still good mechanical outplays coming in from individual members of Karra. And unfortunately, IDNS Princess is still on the back foot. They are now 2,000 gold behind from a previous 1,000 gold. And we can already see Cheesecake already secured his War Axe. But now, wait a minute, Way of Dragon does
team has
connect
slain the
onto
turtle.
the members of Idns Princess. Will still be able to get away for now. Yang Overturn does
team hero
connect, and
has been
Owlos
slain.
goes down first, but I think they want more. Black Shoes gets popped up, but look at the AoE damage onto Bunalifa as well as Cheesecake, forcing them to retreat. So a 0-for-1 trade again in the hands of Karra.
Yeah, and it's very low. Actually, Idns Princess, if they are forcing that war, I think Karra is the one that is going to be on the loose because two members of Team Karra is very slow at that movement. And for now, the Karra movement, actually Karra, especially from Lancelot, he's not playing more aggressive just like what we thought a Lancelot would do, but we're seeing here in the top lane Shunko, Jutkunidu, it's Flicker going back a little bit away before it's being chased by Arya Grande. And the top turret, I think, is just going to be let go and be taken away by Team Karra without any
Red
contest.
team turret has
But
been
wait a minute,
destroyed.
Ariana goes in for the kill. He does not connect though. Does not want to commit into that just yet, as there is backup coming in from Ramela as well. We can see Yang Overton does connect onto Ramela. Ramela is forced to retreat as of right now. But look at this! Blazing Duet gets popped off as well, and Arya Grande has to be careful. Sakura
hero
as well,
has
but it
been
actually
slain.
will be Yan
Red
as
team
well
hero
as
has been
Melon. The
slain.
two members that are forced to be traded off one another.
Yeah, but that movement coming from Brody, I mean, like, I thought Brody will be the one who is
Red team
always being
turret has
shut
been
down because you know
destroyed.
that actually Brody is a very, very hero to be catch up, easy hero to be catch up, and even though that the range is very, very far, but the attack speed is very slow coming from Brody. But look at that one, the item coming from Brody. After making the Hunter Strike, he's directly going for the Malefic Roar. So he wants to penetrate the damage, especially the burst from the turn apart memory. So he wants to punish it back towards Team Idns Princess, while Cloud already having the Demon Hunter Swords and in progress to make over the Golden Staff. They really need to be careful because after the Golden Staff is done by Cloud, it's the power spike moment for Cloud itself.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. And
Blue
if we
team
take a
has
look
slain
at
the
both
turtle.
roamers, it is actually going to be Ramela behind in a 1 level. So we can already see how badly she's being shut down right now with the dominant rotations coming in from Karra. And now I think they're looking for a gank here. Concealed movement has been popped. Ayok is definitely the target here. Way of Dragon does connect onto Ayok. Ayok is unable to get out of that with the Phantom Execution that goes into play. She will definitely go down, and another point secured by Karra.
Yeah, but in the mid lane we are seeing here Ramela is punished really bad by the movement coming, and look at that one, the turret is already being taken down. Well, we see in the top lane, the Cloud is doing the some split push here and might be able to go back a little bit, even though the turret will be able to be taken care by Team Karra here. But oh ho ho, where Dragon will be popped out directly. But yes, do we have enough damage? Arya Grande, I think, will be shut down while we see that Bunilova is already coming to try to save her teammates.
Wow, Arya Grande still manages to escape even after all that damage that she took on. And now Silver is still trying to do what she can, still trying to build into a more utility with the Ice Queen wand that has already been secured. We're just going to have to see if Idns Princess can stave off the aggression as well as the pressure from the gameplay coming in from Karra right now, because they are behind in a 5,000 gold deficit. And it's going to be very difficult right now. But as you can see here, it's going to be Bunny being in a really tough position. Although there were 3 members onto her, she was still able to escape. And if we take a look at the top side, Ayok as well, trying to mirror some movements. And as of right now, I feel like Idns Princess, they are trying to find some compensation even though they are behind. But wait a minute, falling time went onto the mid side. There is Arya Grande there to save the day with the Way of Dragon onto Melon, still able to escape as of right now.
Arya Grande is very low, but look at that one, the Thorn, but Memory able to take Melon out. And also the Thorn Rose coming from Lancelot is very painful and giving some damage towards Idns Princess. At this moment, Lord is already coming into the land of Dawn, which is not gonna be very good for Team Idns Princess. I feel like the Team Karra, with the discipline and also the zoning and also the targeting that is happening from Team Karra is just creating so much trouble for Idns Princess. Like they're just like, okay, I'm gonna try to find some compensation, just like what Aetherna mentioned before. But it's not easy because of the zoning
No.
coming from Choi. It's because of the damage coming from Yan that is suddenly pop and giving some of the surprise. Because we know that actually Yan is one of the Kagura player that is playing really well. And now the Lord is on the hand of Team Karra, which is not gonna be very good for Idns Princess, because I think all of the outer turrets will be down and they might be pushing it directly towards the base turrets of Idns Princess.
That definitely might be the case as we're going to take a look at the items. And as you mentioned, the staff has already been built by Claude. So even though that IDNS Princess are behind, they still need to be able to not underestimate the damage coming in from Sakura as well. Because
Yeah.
look at this. He is able to do a lot of damage, but look at this. He has to be careful because Falling Star Moon does connect onto him, will force him to use the Aegis just to escape. And now the base in the mid side will be the target coming in from Team Karra. But wow, what happened there? Mega kill secured onto Melon. One member down. Chicken Joy needs to be careful though. Blazing Duet does happen over here. She will not be able to get away. And Chicken Joy is the next target.
Chicken Joy is the next target, but the base turret is gone and the Throne Rose is just like, okay, they don't care. At least they got the base turret and the Brody is shut down. I think like it's a big swing, especially it's towards Idns Princess. So it's gonna create a lot of problem for Team Karra if they are letting this happen again. But actually, able to shut down one member when you are ganking with four on your front, I think it's still an advantage for Brody itself.
Yeah,
Especially
sure.
Brody almost get her second kill in the bottom lane. But maybe we're seeing the damage coming from Ramela is pretty huge already, along with the Berserker's Fury in the hand of Aulus. So even though that it's already 11 minutes and they are having a very huge advantage, but we're seeing actually the Way of Dragon is being open directed towards the Matilda, and the Matilda is already down, but the Blazing Duet is so painful. Yeah, doing a very good job. Good job, well done, but the rest is just very, very low. Chicken Joy need to run as soon as possible, but Chicken Joy is not able to shoot down Silver, while Ramela still able to run away very fast.
Wow, a 3-for-3 trade in that previous team fight. And the AoB damage coming in from IDNS Princess is insane. I mean, this Lilia, she is building for utility. But the burst and the damage coming in from her was able to take and burst down so many members coming in from Karra. But now you can see the Holy Crystal has already been secured by Yan on that Kagura as we're going to take a little look into the replay. So from this moment, it was actually still in the hand of IDNS. But of course, with the backup coming in from Chicken Joy, was able to take a member down, 2 members down even with the Brody. There was a chance for an outplay there, but unfortunately, the damage coming in from that Lilia was too much for her to handle, and she had to be taken away. But look at this, already some aggressive plays coming in from Karra as they will be able to split the members into 2. But now Ramela has to be very careful because the damage coming in is just too big. Ramela is going to be the next target, will be taken down, but on the flip side, it actually will be Cheesecake as well as Aria Grande taking the brunt of it all. Yan trying to do what she can, but she can't do much as the damage coming from Ideas Princess is too much and she will be taken down next. And now, what is going on? Chicken Joy goes down. Boonalifa is the only one left. But Melon, he is trying to get out of this one. Claude has already escaped as of right now, but the dominance Falling Star Moon does connect. And it is just going to be a chasing game. But no, Bunny chooses to retreat and to choose to take the next objective.
Bunny is so tanky, but IDNS Princess, is this the time? This is the time for them to shine. Why? Because Ramela is already achieving level 14 and is already 14 minutes inside of the ladder of that. And Ramela, I think she is already having enough item to push everyone away from Karra. We know that, we know this, and that actually the Aulus charge and also the Undying Fury coming from Aulus is so painful. Look at that one. With the Windtalker, Berserker's Fury, War Ace as well, but oh my god, we're seeing Aria Grande here receiving too much damage, even the Kagura jumping in, but get punished by Idns Princess. It's gonna be the time for them to come back, but Cheesecake's trying to run away as soon as possible, but it's not able to run and not able to go anywhere. 3 members of Team Karra being shut down again by Team Idns Princess. and this is the moment for them. They are going to the Lord. Are they going to be able to do it? Because Chicken Joy and also Bunny Lofa is still there. The Lord is going very fast. They are getting low very easily, but look at Bunny Lofa. She jumped in and got the Lord for Team Karra, while the rest of Team Karra is being shot on one by one. It's wiped out, even though the Area Grande and also Yat is gonna be back for Land of Down.
What a steal coming in from Karra. Even though they didn't get wiped out, they still managed to secure the Lord. It does buy them a little bit more time, but unfortunately, the mid turret will definitely and has to fall into the hands of Idns. But of course, with 2 members down, it does buy them a lot of time to wait for Chicken Joy as well as Bunalifa to respawn. And if you take a look at the gold, it is now equal, Bella
Yeah,
Jade. So
it is.
Idns has quickly come back on top. And I guess this is what Idns likes to do. They like to wait for their power specs. They like to wait for the late game. They like to wait until all their items are the way that they intend them to be, especially with the Claude who has already secured the way and now they will be able to take it. But of course, they still need to be careful because there will still be opportunities for Karra to come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, like, decision making over Esmeralda, making over Ice Queen 1 is, I think, the best decision that Esmeralda do, because whenever everyone from Diana's Princess is going away, it's gonna be punished really, really bad with the slow and also the lifesteal coming from Esmeralda. So Esmeralda is not only taking the shield, but only also taking the lifesteal towards Diana's Princess. And with that Oracle, I think like Buniliva is gonna be very hard to be killed here. Really, it's no joke here. The Esmeralda is gonna be very painful. Ow, but look at that one. Polysamo not hitting anyone, but Chicken Joy trying to run as soon as possible. But Ramela is gonna be taken down by the immortality, but Ramela is still able to go back a little bit. Well, for Area Grande is still able to run away, even though that she's very low. But Ayok is doing the Earth Shatter here, shut down Chicken Joy. But the Troros is not able taking anyone down from Diana's Princess. 2 down from Team Karra.
Oh my god, this is a disaster for Team Karra. They were leading it from the early game up until the mid game, and as soon as they entered the late game, it has become a game for IDNS, and now they are leading in a 1,000 gold. So interestingly enough, they really have waited and waited for their power spike, and now are able to take the dub. And now 2 members, even 3 members, were taken down into the hands of Karra, because Sakura, if you notice, was able to go into the back line, be able to target Yan, preventing her from dealing out her burst damage with her Yin Yang overturn. And I think the positionings coming in from IDNS Princess in that team fight was really on point. They knew their winning conditions and they knew how to execute it perfectly into the game.
Yeah, and I think like maybe they are not able to shut down anyone else from Diana's Princess because of the Cho is only able to pick off over Matilda. Like the position of Silver is already really good. Like Silver doesn't want to pick out by the way of Dragon of Cho. That's why Karra is having hard time to try to chase over the Diana's Princess member. And right now, it's already 18 minutes inside of the Land of Dawn, but the lose damage is just going to be very huge. Ayok is now going to a little bit farther from the position of Team Idns Princess, but Ariana Grande here receiving too much damage and opening here. Well, Ramela is already coming to the bottom lane. They're gonna force the war. Way of Dragon is being opened. Undying Fury is already been done, but the Circling Eagle is jumping too far to the front while the Police Armor is being opened. And Matilda able to go back a little bit, but the Blazing Duet is not able to shut Bunilova down while the Lord is being contested right now.
Yes, it is going to be contested, but look at Arya Grande. He has to be careful because of the health that he does, but it actually will be Melon to go down first, and who will be next? It is Karra taking it up the pace, picking it up for themselves, as they do have the pressure, the dominance, and the space to take this Enhance the Lord. Already dealing some damage onto the Lord. We see Ramela in the midst of it all, trying to do what she can right now. But the Way of Dragon does connect onto Ramela and will be a shutdown in the hands of Karra right now. Being able to take the Hand Sword. Another member goes down. The Immortal does get popped. But here it is, a double kill for Chicken Joy. Will it be a triple kill? Will we see a Maniac, but no! It turns out Sakura was able to get out in time, but unfortunately the death timers are just too much. Will these two members be able to defend against a 5-man team?
Yeah, it's 30 seconds before the rest of the team Idns Princess to go back, and we know it's only Sakura and also Melon, while the rest of the team is pushing like 3 lanes directly towards Idns Princess. Team Karra is now going and aiming for the base without any hesitation because they will take this match against Idns Princess. And look how happy they are. Congratulations, Team Karra.
Congratulations, Team Karra, our representatives from Malaysia. So just like Bella J predicted, they will be able to take this point away from IDNS, which means that IDNS is at a 1-to-1 point.
Yeah. But it's just like